It's not every time prayer saves people, but there are times the things you do in the kingdom defends you. Prayer is powerful, but you see the things you do in this kingdom, there are days you will not be able to pray. And an angel will look back and say to God, because of this, because of that. Remember, kingdom builders can never be thrown away in the eyes of God. God does not joke with anyone who builds for him one way or another. Sometimes we see people doing one thing or the other in church and they feel so big because of what they do. They want to be clapped for. They want to be pampered. They want to be paid. And heaven is looking at them and smiling. Ah! You've made a mistake. See, in this kingdom, until you die, you cannot see God. You must die to self. You must die to flesh. You must die to your entitlement if you want to see God in this kingdom. You remember even from the Old Testament when Moses told God, I want to see you. God told Moses, no man sees me and live. If you see me, you must die. Something must leave you. Pride must leave you. Ego must leave you. Self must leave you. It is money, it's my money. It's my thing, it's my thing. It must something. You can't see me and still live. When we see people full of self in church, we know they have not met God. For no man meets God and live. No man. Not one. Not even one. You can't meet God and live. You can't meet God and tell an usher, I don't want to sit there. Keep me by AC. Keep me by fan. You are not dead to self. There's something about you that is still alive, fully alive. Paul said, the life I live is no more I. I live by the life of the Son of Man who loved me and gave his life for me. That's why when Agabus said, whoever has this ghetto, if he goes to Jerusalem to preach, he will be tortured even up to death. He will be tortured. I see him suffering there. Paul stood up and said, let me get the ghetto. I'm not just there ready to go there. I'm even ready to die for the gospel there. What has the gospel cost you? What is the gospel costing you? What is this gospel costing you? You think it's bread and butter weekend? If it was bread and butter, we wouldn't have been called soldiers of Christ, soldiers of the cross. Men who were ready to hazard their lives, risk everything for the kingdom. Did you hear any of them talk about their children, talk about their wives? You think they were not married? Have you ever heard when any of them say, oh, for 3 days now we have been on the road, let me go check my wife, maybe whether they don't chop or not? They let everything down for the sake of the kingdom. And it is the same kingdom that if we don't pamper you, say for 2 weeks now, they don't call me, say thank you. Next week, they go suffer them. We will not let God see shame in my time. I will not let God see shame. I will not let the kingdom see shame in my time. I am a kingdom builder. Lift your right hand and say that louder. Say, I am a kingdom builder. In my time, I will go all out to ensure the kingdom of God will not see shame. Lift your voice and make that a prayer in 1 minute.
Imolede o, okunkun parada.